the Jury Mast Knot, or the Masthead Knot. Hello everybody, welcome back. And today's little knot, to be honest, I think this one is a little bit underrated and a forgotten knot as such, because I think it has a very practical use, which I will show you at the end of the video. However, the main use for this particular knot is, and if I go to my institute, the Art of Knotting and Spicing, United States Naval Institute, if I open that up, and I can see here, when used as a masthead knot, it is placed over the masthead of the jury mast, and guy lines or stays are hitched to 3 bites. The 2 ends are then joined with a bowline, and the long end is used as a 4th stay or is bent to a 4th stay. So in other words, I don't really know, because I'm not a sailor as such. I know a little bit about knots. Yes, I did go to sea for a very long time, but I was not a sailor, a deck ape as they're called. I was not a sailor. And so I will put more in the description below if you're interested in that side of things, but do check out the descriptions for other information as well with regards to this knot. However, like I said, we're going to tie this knot in a little bit, and after we've tied the knot, I will show you a very practical use for this particular knot. Also, the other thing that you may want to consider, some of you do knotting so that you can create knot boards. This makes a rather decorative or practical looking knot in your knot board. So why not incorporate that in your knot board as well? So anyway, without further ado, as they say, let's get knotting. See you on the other side. Right, so here we go. Let's go ahead and tie ourselves the masthead or the jury mast knot. So the first thing that I need to do is I want to get hold of my cordage at this point here. I'm just going slightly off camera here, and I'm taking the left hand side and I'm going to fold it over the right hand side to create my first loop, like so. And you can see here now the cordage is going over itself, around, and then under itself at that point there. I then do exactly the same again. I form another loop, so I'm taking the right hand side here, forming another loop roughly the same size, and you can see now here once again the cordage is going over itself, round and underneath, but this time I just pass that loop so it gently, just fractionally, passes underneath the first loop that we've created. And then I do exactly the same again. I form another loop at this point here, put a twist in it, there we go, and we've now got 3 loops exactly the same, and I pass that right hand one just underneath the left hand one so that it sits at that point there. Now, the next thing that we're going to need to do is this. This lead here, we're going to dive down in a second with our fingers, and we're going to pull this lead over this one, under that one, and then come out at the top there. This one here will automatically go underneath that one, but then it'll come over this one, under that one. So I'm going to dive down there now. I'm going to cross those 2 over. So you can see they're crossed over now. Try and keep the shape on the outside there. And now that they're crossed over, this one here wants to go underneath that one. So take it underneath that one there. And then this one here wants to pass over this one at this point and underneath that one. So I'm going to take it underneath and over, and then just get hold of that there, pull those 2 through. Now the other thing you're looking for is you're looking to pull a 3rd loop at the top there. And so there you go. You can see now here what we've done is we've now tied the jury mast knot, and as you can see it's a rather decorative, fine looking knot as such. However, for a good practical use for this knot, yeah, we're not going to wrap it around a mast or anything like that, but if, say for example, you have a heavy object, there is a heavy object, a cannonball of all things, but if you've got a stone in the garden, big stone in the garden, and you want to move that stone, why not tie yourself a jury mast knot and then adjust it to the size that you want. And to adjust it to size is relatively easy. All I do is on that left hand loop, I'm going to pull some more cordage through, and you can see as I pull more cordage through, that loop is getting bigger. I can then do exactly the same for the right hand side, and then what I can do then is work the cordage through so that we can then increase on this one here. And as I just pull that up, the other two loops will get a little bit smaller as I pull up on it, and then just adjust it so that we end up with 4 legs, because your 2 strands here are the 4th leg. So you've got 1, 2, 3, and then 4 loops here. Let's just widen that a bit. There we go. Just widen it out a bit. And then our heavy object can sit in the middle. So we maneuver a heavy stone or something like that, sit in the middle, and we now are able, we can sling it, or 2 people can grab an end each and lift the heavy weight, or bring all of them together like so, and then you can lift it like that. So if I show you just with, well, 2's not going to work, but you can see here the principle, and that fell out. So you need all 4 sides. Yes, I got it wrong. Kill me for it. So anyway, so that is a useful tool. Say for example, if you've got something really heavy and you've got 4 people, 1 on each corner, or 2 people, 1 hand on each of the loops to actually lift your object. So lift your object like so. Yeah, that was a great demonstration, Johnny. Hands in the way of the camera, but you can see exactly what I mean. So anyway, that is the masthead knot or the jury mast knot. And so once again, thank you very much for watching. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. If you hated it, give me a thumbs down. But please do leave me a comment, and especially leave me a comment if you've actually used this as a masthead knot on a mast. But you can see here now, it just makes itself a useful, it's very quick and easy to tie, and makes a useful little knot to actually lift a heavy object. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.